just how confident are you coming into this against Daniel Dubois that you can get the job done and you will get the job done?
I know that Daniel Dubois is high in confidence, and he should be with the performances he put on. But I've been working very, very hard quietly in New Zealand. I went to Ireland and trained, and now I'm here in Saudi Arabia. And I've been waiting for this opportunity, I've been waiting for this chance, and been waiting for a big fight. I'm very excited for this opportunity, and I know Daniel Dubois is going to come ready, but I am as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he brings, but I know what I'm going to bring as well. I'm going to bring speed, power, accuracy, movement, and I'm very confident in what I can do in the ring.
Joseph Parker seems to be very confident in beating Daniel Dubois. Some people may not understand it, but I understand it. You know, and for those who study the game, they understand why he feels so. Because truthfully, Joseph is the better fighter. You know, I would say he has a higher IQ. His speed is better, his agility is better. You know, and as he said, his chin is pretty good. A lot of people saying, well, if Joseph couldn't stop this guy, if Joseph couldn't stop that guy, you know, I don't see him, you know, stopping and knocking out Daniel. I don't look at Joseph to go in there to knock out Daniel. I look at Joseph to go in there and do what he does best. And that's stay out of the way, stretch the fight out, and take it to the 12th. And if he does that, he'll beat Daniel. It's not hard to figure out. You know what I'm saying? Daniel's the one that's got to go in there and apply the pressure. Daniel's the one that's got to go in there and apply himself. And being that we don't know what type of mental state Daniel's coming off of, meaning we know he's at an all-time high. We know his morale is high. We know that he's feeling good about himself. But is that his detriment? Is he taking Joseph seriously?
What was going through your head when you challenged Usyk, considering you had a fight with Joe Parker? Joe wants to know.
It's all about making noise. This is show business, so that's what I want next. Well, first I've got to get through this guy.
So that was about making noise. That's not you overlooking Joe Parker.
No way, I'm going to do a demolition job on him first, and then I want Usyk next. I'm ready for it, and I'm on a roll, so, you know, bring him on.
You might be looking too far ahead, planning big fights, other big fights. They've got a fight right in front of you right now.
No, ask him. I got my mind firmly set on you.
They better be.
Man. Hey?
They better be.
Or is he looking past Joseph? If he looks past Joseph, that would be a severe mistake, because at the end of the day, style makes fights. And in this matchup, Joseph is actually ahead. Now, Joseph also brings up the fact that Daniel could mentally break in this fight.
There is a lot of talk about Daniel fighting Usyk, and you fought him already. And in that fight, you went down off a jab. The fight ended on a jab. What was going through your mind at that time?
I'll tell you something.
And if you're in the same position with Joe, how are you gonna face that?
I hear what you say.
No, that was a completely different situation, you know.
And I think, you know, and it's a valid point trying to get under your skin. So it's a valid point. I'll get that and understand. But you know what? Look at the form. You've got to look at the form at the moment.
Yeah, but when you're in those same positions,
You see what I did to the last three opponents.
When you're in the same position or under the same pressure, you will revert back to type. And let's look at the fights, okay?
Maybe you would revert back to type. I've seen it in your career. I've seen you fight. You probably would, but not me.
Knockout artist.
Not me, mate.
And it's not like he is beyond it, but I think Daniel has grown with what you got going on. And that's where the speed, the agility, the experience and all that is going to come into play. So this is an interesting match, and it's a must-win match for both of them, because they have to beat each other to prove that they're anything at this point. And that includes Daniel. Even though he fought and beat Anthony Joshua, it doesn't matter. He has to get through this fight. And Joseph has to get to this fight. This is a very important fight for both of them, because Joseph could totally derail this wave that Daniel has started for himself. And if Joseph will beat him, and Joseph seems to be and ended up looking at Daniel, and I think they're only looking at Daniel's maybe power or strength or something like that. But you know, when you get to elite level, it's going to take more than just strength, and it's going to take more than just power at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see if Joseph can get in there and solve the riddle with Daniel, And we're going to see if Daniel can hold his position and the current wave that he has created for himself. I don't think nobody's expecting a spectacular knockout, although a knockout is expected. But I think both fighters need to go in there with the aim to just win the fight versus how they look at the end of the day. And I think Joseph's got that down 100%. But like I said, we don't know yet, but we're going to find out next week. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. Bruce Van, I'm out.